good day and welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing on this fine Tuesday morning? How about a big thumbs up? Big thumbs up. And sit back and listening to my nonsensical ramblings. It's going to be a hot one today. I think I saw a high of 94 or 95, and right now we got 82 degrees. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we got 82 degrees. And yeah. So my camera won't shut off. Well, screen won't go dark. I don't know what happened to that. I can fix that at another time. But anywho, you know, I've come to the conclusion listening to the radio here for the past 45 minutes to an hour that songs that were recorded live in concert sound like absolute garbage rebroadcast over the radio. I don't know what it is. Nothing. They can't get that recording studio sound or that live version sound and broadcast it over the radio. It's horrible, to be honest with you. Sounds like absolute garbage. So yeah, and speaking of music, you know, for the since I want to say 2022, I started using my intercom to listen to music, just pair the phone, blah blah blah. You people know how it works out. But you know, I could never get decent volume out of the intercom for the, you know, music, playing music. I mean once I hit 55, 60 miles an hour, the wind noise drowned it out, and it seemed like the wind was always in competition with the music, and no matter what settings I used, yeah, nothing worked. It was just annoying. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna pair the phone to the bike and you know, listen to the music through the speakers that way. Well, I should have been doing that all along and saving the intercom for talking, because man, you know, after an hour into the ride, I would start not get so much getting fatigued, but I would be getting aggravated having the wind and the helmet and the music, you know, competing for each other, and that was very fatiguing. No, today I'm fresh as a daisy. And if I want, you know, getting up and down the music. I mean, I don't have CarPlay on this, so I can't change the XM radio stations, but I couldn't before when I was using my intercom. So that's that as far as the music goes. For some reason here, Nation on XM radio has been playing a lot of live versions today, and getting kind of aggravating. I don't like live. They just don't sound good. The quality isn't there. It's terrible. And we're gonna hit some back roads I've only hit once before, I think. Once. So that's it. Hope everybody had a good Easter. I know we did. It was quiet at home. We had a good day in church, great fellowship. What else? Yeah, that's about it. So, I mean, we had, not sure if I should talk about this, but you know something, I'm gonna put you people on pause and let me think about this for a moment. So just sit back and enjoy the scenery while I kind of pray on this. workers. Alright, so you know, this buddy, move over. The fuck? Part of my French, but geez, he's in my lane. This past Sunday, we had a disturbed individual show up while the mass was going on, or service was going on, rather. I keep saying mass, I'm stuck in that other frame of mind that I was brought up in. I go to a service now, and he wanted to come in. He was not dressed properly. He was barefoot. His pants were hanging off of his backside. I just don't mean the way the gangbangers wear them, you know, with their drawers showing. I mean literally hanging off of his backside. He had no shirt on, and he was adamant about coming into church, and kind of had to turn him away, and he really didn't want to go. So you know, I had one of the elder church members came out and, you know, got him away from the door so he wasn't disrupting the service, and, you know, managed to calm him down. We gave him a couple of bottles of water, and, you know, after 10 or 15 minutes he went on his way, which is, you know, all well and good. And, you know, kind of, you know, discussed it amongst ourselves, and, you know, was it I felt bad having turned him away, but you never want to turn anybody away from church. So with that being said, going back to the evening mass, you know, hours later, the evening mass is at 6 o'clock, he shows back up again, and he comes in and, you know, he sits down in the pastor's office with us, because, you know, all the men go into the pastor's office before service, and we all do a little men's prayer. And he comes in and really just incoherent babble, and girlfriend, wife, and blah blah blah. I came from Miami, blah blah blah. And I mean, you know, Miami's 200 plus miles from us, and you know, it's like it was just everything he was talking was more or less nonsense and just incoherent. And pastor asked him, you know, do you want us to pray for you? And he said yes. We all prayed for him, and we thought he was going to stay for the service, but geez, lo and behold, he just got up and took off, and that was that. Very odd. I mean, it was it's kind of surreal, to be honest with you. You know, I'm the guy that's in the back of the church in the I guess the foyer, and my job there is not to let bad people in. But, you know, I don't know if this guy was bad or not, or if he just, you know, needed some spiritual healing, or a little bit of professional help in the medical field. You know, I mean, I do feel bad. I mean, it seems like more and more these days you run into these, you know, homeless individuals, you know, whether they're you know, lost their job and couldn't keep up with the rent, that didn't have enough saved, that don't have any income, or you know, drugs, or, you know, former military with PTSD. It really weighed heavy on me Sunday night, and I honestly and truly didn't get much sleep. I tossed and turned all night thinking about that, you know. But I mean, I did feel good that he came back and he sat down and we prayed for him, you know. But you do have to, as a Christian, you do have to feel for these people that are, you know, so far down on their luck that they don't know which way to turn, and, you know, left from right or up from down. It's sad. It really is sad, you know, because, you know, in the grand scheme of things, you know, I mean, we're all more or less, you know, one catastrophe away from being homeless. I mean, I look at my own situation from last October when Hurricane Milton came through, and I mean, so many people in my area, so many had their homes absolutely destroyed by Hurricane Milton, and, you know, lost roofs, lost carports, lost walls, you know, lost all kinds of personal belongings. I mean, me, yeah, I mean, I had damage to my lanai. I had to, you know, rebuild my lanai roof and everything, and I mean, I didn't have insurance. I mean, I was, you know, smart. I'm a type of guy, I'll think outside the box, and you know, I drove around my neighborhood and walked around my neighborhood looking for scrap, and I salvaged every last piece of scrap roofing material, because, you know, they're more or less rolled out pans that interlock together in a tongue of groove system. I posted a video. It's a few videos back. You can go back and look at it. In fact, I'll put a link to it down in the description of me doing that. And you know, we're all really just, you know, one really major catastrophe from, you know, being without a house, or worse, or being homeless. I mean, I'm gonna feel bad for these people. I do. Maybe I'm just turning into an old softy. Instead of grumpy old man, maybe I should just call myself old softy. That looks like dirt. It is dirt. That's not nice. That'll make you crash in a heartbeat. Well, I'm looking for a road up here on the left to turn down. You know, and, you know, going back to the guy that, you know, that came to us, I mean, he really was not a threat. And you know, should we have called the police to get him help? I mean, is that something that we should have done, or should we just let him off on his own? Or would the police have come and made his situation worse? You know, I mean, I wonder about that. You know, I mean, you could tell by this guy's upper body that he's seen a thing or two in his lifetime. You know, he was scarred up. He had some, you know, tattoos that weren't the normal type of tattoos. We'll just say that. You know, you read about these guys with these tattoos, and you see these stories on the news about these guys with those tattoos. Yeah, it was those kind of tattoos. So, you know, just wondering if you know, police would have made the situation even worse. I mean, you know, you might be thinking, oh, the guy was high, drunk, or on drugs. No, I know high and drunk versus a mental issue. I mean, you know, I mean, a lot of you know that my son was a junkie, and so I know the deal. I know all the signs. So it wasn't that. He was just, he was disturbed, and like I said, he either needed, you know, he needed a little bit of spiritual help, and I think he needed medical professional help. So what say you all? I mean, you know, initially in the morning, I mean, he wasn't dressed. I mean, He wasn't dressed for church. I mean, if he had a shirt on, would have let him in, no problem. As long as he was quiet and been respectful, but no shirt, sorry. And unfortunately, we don't have clothing at the church for people like that. Maybe we should. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask the pastor that. I'm in good with him. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll ask the pastor. Maybe we should have a shirt or two if a homeless person wants to come in or something. I don't know. What say you all? I mean, I think that's my ooh, big ass. Wow, there's a snapping turtle. I'm not gonna go back because I've already had one snapping turtle incident. Don't want snapping turtle incident number 2. So, oh, by the way, this is a road that I've been meaning to go down for eons, but I keep flying by it because every time I want to slow down and turn to go down it, there is somebody coming up on me at about 85 miles an hour, and I just continue on by because I don't want to get run over. And you know, usually on those highways I just turned off of, we got birds up here. Birds, my nemesis. Get out of my way. Geez, see what I mean? They wait there to attack me. They're just hanging out, waiting to fly right into me. So yeah, usually on those state highways is what I do is when I'm approaching a road like that and I'm monitoring traffic behind me, because I mean really on these state highways down here, these back roads, these people are going 75, 80 miles an hour. I mean, sheriffs are far and few between, and I really don't want to get run over slowing down for one of these turns. And is what I usually do is I monitor the traffic behind me. I'll watch. I'll keep an eye up ahead, and if it's empty like it was today, I'll get in this lane over here to take my left-hand turn, and that way the traffic behind me can, you know, just blow on by. I don't like doing that, but I've done it on numerous occasions, especially with trucks. I mean, with tractor trailer trucks and dump trucks and everything, you know, some of those guys, those long haul drivers, you know, those big old trucks, I can attest to personally that those things take some time to get back up to speed once they slow down. And you know, even if they got to scrub off, you know, 10-15 miles an hour, I mean, they're burning gas, they're burning diesel fuel, getting back up to cruising speed. And I like to be mindful of that. I mean, I drove a big truck for a short time. You need to be a special type of person to do that. Ooh, this is a cute little church. This is a cute little compound. Pine Level Church, founded 1888. How about that? Interesting. I'm gonna have to put that on my bucket list to get off there and read that. Not that I'm in a hurry today, but yeah, I wasn't planning it. So next time I have the wife on the bike, I'll plan to stop there so we can take a look around. 1888. Maybe we can go inside, see what's up. Well, so comment. I know there's a few of you people that watch my channel that are brought up in a Christian way and, you know, do the whole church thing. Especially this day and age, I think we all need a little bit of church. Oh, I like this road. This is nice. I'm glad I finally oh, wooden bridge. Cool. Oh, me likey. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Sweet. I'll just have to remember that if it's wet, been wet, raining out, thunderstorming. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that. And see these nice big puffy clouds we got today? Yeah, I think we're gonna have some thunder and storms tonight. Oh, It'd be nice if they put a chevron at this turn. Wonder how many people go into that guy's lawn when they're looking up at the big puffy clouds in the sky, and then they're going in the grass at 50 miles an hour, like a loser that I am. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm a hooligan, I'm a goofball, practical joker. I'm very sarcastic. Just one of those things. Oh, somebody burning some brush. We got a burn ban going on, so I guess we're gonna burn. It makes sense to me, right? Burn ban? Have a burn? Oh boy. So that was my ramblings for today. You know, I mean, on one hand, you know, really couldn't let him in the church. He was being disruptive at the earlier thing and wasn't dressed correctly at all. And then when he came back from the eve for, you know, 6 o'clock at night, when he came back, he was more respectful, but his talk, he was, you know, babbling incoherently and, you know, trying to tell us 10 different things all at once, and wasn't making sense. But he did understand that, you know, we would pray for him, and he was good with that. We thought he was going to stay for the service. No, he got up and I guess he took a drink of water from a water bubbler and off he went, which is very odd. So that was that, so to say. And we got some cows out here. They're starting to gather under the trees because it's starting to get muggy and hot, up to 82. I really don't trust that because of the location of the sensor. So it's right in the wind, so it's getting all the wind as we move. So yeah, that was that. You know, if you're stuck around this long, hey, I appreciate you sticking around this long. And oh, I picked up two new subscribers this past week. So to my new subscribers, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And we're coming up to a stop sign, and I like that because I have to stand up real quick. I have one of those air bladders on my seat. I think the ones they sell for a boatload of money are called an air hawk. I have the Amazon knockoff version, and it just doesn't want to stay put on this seat. It just kind of swims around, and when it swims around, yeah, I'm not gonna. When it swims around, it puts it makes my drawers swim around and makes things a bit uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Too much information, I get it. TMI. So let me know down below in the comments what you folks would have done. I mean, I told you how I felt. I mean, felt bad having to turn them away the first time, but you know, we do have a, you know, set of rules. You have to be presentable. You need to have pants on around your waist, and you do need to have a shirt on because there's a lot of elderly women and women folk that, you know, they don't want to see, you know, half dressed person. Yeah, I don't know. I think I did my best for what was going on. I hope I did anyways. After all, I'm only human. Well, this video's gone on way too long, so like I said, if you stuck around this long, thank you. I really appreciate it. And like I said, give me a comment down below. Let me know what you all think. I'd really appreciate that. Alright, so as usual, peace and God bless. Don't forget, hit that like button. Alright, thank you. Everybody have a fantastic day. I know I will.